Ok, súper. Bueno, pues vamos a comenzar con esta presentación. Mi nombre es Carla Plasencia y en nombre de Student World les doy la bienvenida a este increíble webinar que tenemos con el Politecnico di Milano. Em, Voy a explicarles súper rápido cómo funciona esta plataforma. Igual si nos quieren poner en el chat desde dónde nos están viendo para poder conocerlos un poquito mejor y hacer esta presentación como más enfocada a ustedes que están acompañándonos el día de hoy. Perfecto. Pues bueno, como podrán notar, en el lado derecho de sus pantallas tenemos un chat. Ese chat, ustedes nos pueden escribir de dónde son. Valentina de Argentina, excelente. También nos pueden mandar manitas, emojis, saludos. Argentina, Argentina, México, Cintia de México, súper perfecto. Bienvenidos a todos. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos. Si tienen alguna pregunta durante la presentación va a ser en inglés. Pero si tienen alguna pregunta y no se sienten tan confiados de escribirla en inglés, la pueden poner en español sin ningún problema y yo voy a ser como la traductora. Las preguntas las vamos a estar poniendo en el área de preguntas, que es su segunda ventanita del chat. Y también, si las notificaciones a veces los llegan como a aturdir un poquito, las podemos mutear haciendo clic en la campanita que está justo en la parte de arriba de su chat. Ahora sí, ya no les robo más tiempo de la presentación y les voy a presentar a Francesca. Ella nos acompaña del Politecnico di Milano, ella está en Italia y nos va a compartir toda la información de cómo podemos estudiar allí. Welcome, Francesca. Thank you so much for being here today, and the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Carla. Muchas gracias. And welcome, a warm welcome to this webinar from Milan, Italy. As Carla was mentioning, my name is Francesca. I'm part of the Students Recruitment Office of Politecnico di Milano. And the aim of this webinar today is to present our university, Politecnico di Milano, the academic opportunities that we offer, and to give you some tips regarding the application, highlighting the benefits in terms of life experience and in terms of future career opportunities for you. So let's start with the presentation. Here it is, by saying that Politecnico di Milano is a technical university focusing on architecture, design, and engineering programs. And it is also an historically considered among the most important universities in our country. Politecnico di Milano, as the name suggests, is based in Milan. That is one of the most influential cities in Italy in terms of industry, culture, technology. And it is worldwide renowned, and I'm sure you also know Milan, for fashion and design. In fact, every year, a number of events related to them take place, along with also many other events focusing on art, for example, on culture, on music, technology, and other type of events. So Milan is a really dynamic city, and it is an international city where you can really meet people from all over the world. Politecnico is a large university, so overall it has 7 campuses. 2 of them, the main 2 campuses, are located within the city of Milan. Another 5 campuses are located in nearby cities, which were selected for their territory particular relevance. For example, Mantova, it's a campus south of Milan, southeast of Milan, and it hosts a program in preservation of cultural heritage, of architectural heritage. And this city was selected especially for hosting this program because it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So its heritage is really relevant, and this city hosts the program in preservation of historical heritage. There are other examples, but we have to move to the next slide. because there's another crucial topic I want to share with you. And as Politecnico is a research-oriented university, meaning that research plays a central role in Politecnico di Milano mission. What is its mission? Basically relates to positively impacting on society, and relates to improving, as the aim of improving human life. I give you some numbers. Here you find some numbers to have an idea of what I'm saying now. And Politecnico di Milano is the first university in Italy for projects founded by the European Commission. So it means that the European Commission deems our project really interesting in research. And Politecnico di Milano, during its life, has generated more than 2,000 patents, 85 spin-offs. And all this would not be possible without having cutting-edge laboratories. We currently have more than 200 top laboratories. As an example, here we have the wind tunnel, which is one of the largest in Europe. And basically, the wind tunnel is the laboratory used for all type of wind-related experiments. The other one you see here in the picture is the Polyfab, for the study of micro and nano devices in a controlled atmosphere. So the importance and quality of research in a university as Politecnico di Milano has absolutely a positive impact on the quality of didactics. So this is why this research is really important to us. If you want to know more about research at Politecnico di Milano, there are two websites that we have created. One is Frontiere, that mainly talks about Politecnico di Milano research. And another one is called the Progress in Research, focusing also on the current research in the technical field. So not only research of Politecnico di Milano, but also in general, the research in the technical field. Politecnico di Milano hosts an ever-increasing number of international students who currently come from more than 100 countries. So we have more than 7,000 international students enrolled in Politecnico di Milano. And as you see here from the numbers, the majority of our postgraduate students are studying a master, the majority of international students, are studying a postgraduate degree at Politecnico di Milano. There's a reason, and the reason is because our postgraduate programs are all available in English, while our undergraduate programs, the majority of the undergraduate programs are held in Italian language. So here you also find a map with the provenience of our international students. We have many students from Mexico, and we have a growing population of students from Argentina and from Latin America in general. So let's have a look at the reputation. You know that quality and reputation go hand in hand. And QS World University Rankings is one of the most important university rankings and one of the most trusted by students. And it has placed Politecnico di Milano first university in Italy, 5th among the world best university in design, 10th among the world best universities in architecture, and 13 in the engineering field. So we are very proud of this result. Politecnico di Milano is also a member of important alliances among technical universities. These are just two examples. One is Idea League, and another one is a new alliance called Enhance. whose aim is to create an European virtual campus. They are very interesting alliances, allowing our students to do, for example, important exchange programs. And in case you are not familiar with the Italian higher education system, I just spent some quick words about it, because it's important to understand where you are located in our system. So before entering university in Italy, we have 13 years of schooling. Then there are 3 levels of university studies. The first level is called laurea and corresponds to a Bachelor of Science in the British system and lasts 3 years. After the laurea, you preferably will continue in a laurea magistrale program corresponding to the Master of Science and lasting 2 years. After the Master of Science or laurea magistrale programs, you can decide to work or to continue your academic path with a doctoral program, so PhD, dottorato di ricerca, lasting 3 years. So this is the how the Italian higher education system works. Also, a few notes about our programs. You see that we have overall around 90 programs. And in the next slide, we will see a list of our postgraduate programs corresponding, as I was saying, to a Master of Science in the British system. Our Master of Science programs are held in English and last 2 years. So we have, as you see here, we have 41 Master of Science programs held in English. If you want to scan this code, you will be then able to have a look at the following list that we will have a look right now. So here we have all our programs in architecture. So we have different programs in architecture, focusing on one or more aspects of architecture. You may wish to focus, for example, on architectural design and history, so on architecture and preservation of historical heritage, or on building architecture related to large infrastructures, or you may want to focus in architecture, built environment, and also interiors as different facets of the architecture, or in architecture and urban design related to architecture and innovation. We also have landscape architecture, so gardens and parks projects, sustainable architecture related to environment and sustainability, and urban planning. So there are different types, different fields within the architecture. These are the master programs in the design field. I remind you that our Master of Science programs last 2 years and are all held in English. Different types of programs from design and engineering. This is maybe the most complex one because it blends design, product design, and engineering, especially mechanical engineering and materials engineering. So it's a really interesting program. But also the other ones, of course, fashion design for the fashion system, digital and interaction design, so innovation, design and innovation, integrated product design, interior and spatial design, product service system design, and communication design. This last program is also available in Italian, but our the main language of our Master of Science program is English. Here, I will not list all of the programs in engineering. As you see, the list of engineering program is much longer than the architecture and design ones, because Politecnico was originally established as an engineering university back to 1863. So the number of engineering programs is really high. And every year there are some new programs coming out. So we try to keep up and to have programs focusing on current topics, on solving current world problems. So this is the list of all our engineering programs. So considering that you are now more interested in our programs, when would it be possible to apply to Politecnico di Milano? So as you see here, we have different calls throughout the year, depending on when you wish to start your studies, your Master of Science studies, and depending on the field you want to study, and depending also on the provenience of our students. So we make a difference between European students and non-European students in terms of deadlines, simply because there is the visa process. So for non-European students, it takes more time to complete the visa process. And so deadlines are quite shorter, are quite before the students from the European Union. So if you want to apply, for example, in the next available call, the call is open from today, so from September the 8th until November the 8th, for starting in the first semester, so in September 2023. Here you see that there's a language certificate deadline. Language certificate is one of the mandatory documents for the application. We will see it in the next slide. And just for this document, we provide our students some extra time in order to provide us with the certificate, because we know that it takes time to apply for the certificate and get it. Then we will have another call running between January the 10th and March the 2nd, with another deadline for the language certificate. All this call refer to the first semester. So if you apply during the first call, you will not be able to, and you are not admitted, for example, you will not be able to apply in the second call. There is no difference. Simply, we have the winter closure in December, so we have separated these two application periods. Then we have, considering maybe that some of you may have the Italian citizenship, you may consider to apply also in the period dedicated to European Union students. So between March and May of 2023, in order to start in September 2023, in the first semester. There's the possibility also to start in the second semester, but only for programs in engineering. So for architecture and design, it is not possible to apply for the second semester and to start in February, but it is possible for engineering programs. And these are the deadlines. We don't have the day, the precise day date yet, but it will be available in the next month on our website. So how does it work? First of all, consider that there's an evaluation and there's a selection. So not all the students applying to Politecnico di Milano are admitted, because we have a limited number of seats for every program. And so the application and the evaluation is based on the documents you upload online and on your previous academic career. What are the steps? First of all, it's important to check the entry requirements, and the core requirements are the following. So you need to have a bachelor degree in a related field to the Master of Science you are interested in applying. You need to have a minimum GPA. Actually, for Argentina and for Mexico, we don't have a minimum GPA required in order to access the application, but just for other countries. And you need to have an English language certificate, because the program will be entirely in English. The application is 100% online. You don't have to send anything by post. So you simply register on our website, insert your university information. Then you have to select the program, one program or two programs you are interested in, and you will have to upload the required documents. If you want to scan the QR code, you will find the application procedure. The last step of the application is the payment of an application fee of 50 euros in order to submit the application. So that's it. The process is quite straightforward. And here we will have a look at the documents required. So first of all, there are two categories of documents. We have mandatory documents and optional documents. What are the mandatory documents? In order to apply, you need to have your academic qualification, or if you are on the last years of your studies, you need to have documents stating, a document by your university stating that you are completing the last year of bachelor studies. Then you need to have your academic transcript. The transcript is the document containing the exams, all the courses that you have attended, the exams, usually the number of hours of every course, and the grading scale. So it's really important because the professors considered your academic background. Then you need to have your curriculum vitae or resume. In case you have any working experience, that will be a plus, but it's not mandatory to have worked before attending a Master of Science at our university. Then you need to have, if you apply to architecture or design, you need to have a portfolio of your works. So it's really important to show what you did in the past, what you did during your bachelor studies in a portfolio. And lastly, the language proficiency. So here we have the list of all the accepted English proofs with the minimum requirements. Of course, you find everything also on our website. The level is an intermediate level. So for example, we accept IELTS academic level 6. Italian knowledge is not required to apply for this program if you apply to a program in English. And you will have the opportunity to study Italian language for free. We will see it in a while. In addition to these documents, we have optional documents. So you have the possibility to upload and to provide us with more documents, which can give a boost to your application. But remind that you need to have the minimum requirements. So these are documents boosting the application. But if you don't meet the minimum requirements, or if your bachelor degree is not related to the master you are applying to, it will be not useful to provide the optional documents. And these optional documents are the GRE for students in engineering and architecture. The GRE is the grade recording examination. It's an exam basically used in American universities and in business universities as an entrance exam. Then you need to have, you may add a letter of motivation stating the reasons why you wish to be selected as a student at Politecnico di Milano. One letter of recommendation by one of your former professors. And the admission office may ask you the course or program's description. So short description about the contents of the courses that you have attended. In any case, you find on our website, you find a description of each of these documents. So you find also some samples of some of these documents. A few tips for you, which are actually valid not only for our university, but for many applications that you may go through. They may appear quite obvious, and they are actually, But in many cases, we have noticed that some students do not consider or forget them. So first of all, it's important to read carefully the website because information are already there. So on our website, you find the documents description, you find the eligibility criteria for each program, and you find also some application guidelines to guide you through the application. You need to check the deadline. It's important to check the deadlines in order to prepare everything on time. You need to check the spelling, of course. So it's important, especially if you decide to write a motivation letter. And another suggestion is to check your inbox. The admission office may require some further actions from your side or may require to explain something. And so it's important that you often check your inbox. Regarding the motivation letter, if you decide to write it, it's important to be personal. So don't be general, but really focus on the reasons why you selected Politecnico di Milano. And lastly, the portfolio. The portfolio, of course, for architects and designers. In the portfolio, it is important to explain your works, not only to show what are your capabilities, but also to explain what is behind the reasoning process behind your works. Two important don'ts, and the first one is avoid last-minute applications. This is really important because applying at the last minute is dangerous. Should you have any doubts or should there be issues, for example, in the connection or other types of issues, we would not be able to help you on time because the application is on the last minute. So you will lose the possibility to apply within that call. Another don't is related to the portfolio, and please avoid too many works because the professor wants to see a selection of your best works. So also the capability to select what represents you better is taken into consideration. So keep the relevant works. How much is studying at Politecnico di Milano and what are the scholarship opportunities? For all our programs, the cost is the same. And for non-EU students, the cost is 3,900 euros per year for 2 years of duration. While if you have a European citizenship, the European students' fees range between 900 and 3,900 euros per year according to your family income. So this is the cost of the programs. Politecnico offers several merit-based scholarships, so scholarship based on the student's previous academic career. Considering what type of bachelor you have studied, in which university, what were your scores, considering your portfolio if you are architects, designers. So basically, you apply to the university, and once you will know about the admission result, the professor will make an internal ranking of the best students admitted to our Master of Science program, and will assign the scholarship. So we have some platinum scholarship worth 10,000 euros per year. We have gold scholarships worth 5,000 euros per year, plus tuition fee waiver, and silver scholarships corresponding to a tuition fee waiver. I repeat that no application is required in order to be considered for this scholarship. Additional scholarships may be offered by the Italian government for your country. For example, Invest Your Talent in Italy is available for students coming from Mexico. But also there are other options that I suggest you to have a look in the Italian Embassy website in your country. Or consider also scholarship offered by your local government. As far as I know, there are scholarships also offered by the local governments. Another important things I want to highlight is that Italian language, as our Master of Science programs are in English, you are not required to provide an Italian language certificate in order to apply. But basically our students will be given the opportunity to study Italian language free of charge. And we require actually that our students gain a certain level, a minimum level of Italian language in order to graduate. We have introduced this rule because we want our students to be more motivated to study Italian, because this would be beneficial for future working opportunities in Italy, or to visit places in Italy, to learn our culture, or simply to make new friends. So now, from last year, our students are required to gain a minimum level of Italian. There are two options. If you are already studying Italian language, we ask you to provide an Italian certificate level B1. Or if you haven't studied any Italian before, you will be given the chance to study Italian language free of charge at Politecnico di Milano. You speak, our languages are really similar. So for Spanish speaker is more simple to learn Italian compared to other nationalities. So don't worry, and it will be quite easy to learn the language, especially if you live in Italy. Politecnico di Milano is well equipped to welcome new students and international students. We have welcome activities. We have a buddy program where you can apply for having a student already enrolled at Politecnico di Milano acting as a guide for you before and after your arrival. Regarding the welcome activities, this week we have on campus the welcome week for students who have arrived for the first semester. So since Monday until Friday, in Politecnico di Milano campuses, we have the welcome week going on, where a lot of activities and also tours of the cities are taking place. There are university accommodation that you can book within our university also of residences. There's a possibility to apply for double degrees and exchange programs. Politecnico has agreements with a lot of universities worldwide. You can apply, you can be part of several students associations. The campus is really active, and there are a lot of cultural events every week. Sports facilities, there are many different sports facilities available in our campuses. We have also championship and services for disabled students. Italian, not only Italian language courses, but also foreign language courses available. And of course, our students have discounts for museums, cinemas, theaters, and transportation. This is just a picture of an event taking place twice a year. It is called the Polimiran, and is a run organized by Politecnico di Milano, which starts from one campus in Milano and arrives to the other campus. You know that we have two campuses in Milano. And is an occasion to see the city from another perspective, to meet other students, and also to meet people, local people, because the Polimiran is open to anyone who wants to join us. And there are other championship and trainings organized at Politecnico di Milano. Last topic is related to the career service and the career opportunities. Politecnico di Milano wants to provide high exposure to the job market to its students. So we have a very good career service, which is the office acting as a bridge between the students' world and the company's world. And the career service offers a lot of services. So they offer career guidance with companies invited on campus. We have job fairs, workshops, internships, and job opportunities published weekly on the website. And the percentage of international alumni employed within 1 year from graduation is 82%. So the average of our international alumni who find a job within 1 year from graduation is extremely high. Of our international alumni finding a job within 1 year, 51% decides to stay in Italy. So it means that many students have enjoyed their time in Italy and decide to stay here for their first job experience. If you want to know more about the employability rates for each of our programs, you can visit the official career service website. Okay, so this is our last slide. Politecnico di Milano has a as a poly hub supporting high innovative startups. So the Poly Hub is our startup accelerator, especially created for our alumni, for our students and for our alumnus, who can work in a space along with other new startups creators. And have a networking space and be helped by the professors in order to launch their startup, to launch their startup in the market, basically. So we really want to help our students entering the job market. So, well, our presentation is complete. I want to thank you very much for your attention today. And I invite you to join our new service, which is called Ask a Student, where basically you can book an appointment with a current student at Politecnico di Milano. We have students coming from the different study programs of Politecnico di Milano. So if you want to know more about the student life from the student perspective, just book your appointment and talk to our students. Thank you very much. And now I want to end the presentation with a short video. We invited a student testimonial, but he was not able to join us. But he recorded the video for you. So I want to show you this video now. I ask Carla.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you very much.
My name is Eduardo Villa. I am a Mexican student of Design and Engineering here at Politecnico di Milano. El vivir aquí como estudiante es una experiencia muy padre. Milán, dentro de las ciudades de Italia, es tal vez la ciudad más multicultural que hay. De hecho, los italianos bromean que es tal vez la ciudad menos italiana dentro de Italia. Justamente por eso, porque te vas a encontrar gente de muchas otras nacionalidades, incluso nada más, o sea, incluso si no vas a la escuela, nada más paseando por el centro vas a ver gente de muchas nacionalidades. Entonces es una ciudad que te permite tener todos estos contactos. Es una ciudad además extremadamente dinámica. Siempre hay algo que hacer, excepto en agosto, ¿verdad? Pero puedes ir a Navili o puedes ir al centro, o algo maravilloso que hay aquí de Italia es la red ferroviaria, es muy buena. Entonces tomas un tren y en 3 horas estás en Roma, o en hora y media estás en Florencia, o en Venecia, o en Génova. Tienes todas estas maravillosas ciudades llenas de historia para conocer. Por ejemplo, yo nunca había venido a Europa antes de venir aquí a estudiar. Entonces, a todos estos lugares que he ido, es la primera vez que voy y es mágico verdaderamente conocerlos por fin. Y es mágico cuando te das cuenta que tú estás viviendo aquí. La verdad es que nosotros la tenemos relativamente fácil porque a comparación de otras nacionalidades no nos cuesta tanto trabajo adaptarnos. Una, hay comunidades relativamente grandes de países latinos, o sea, puedes encontrar sin mucho trabajo gente latina que vive aquí. Y dos, porque pues nuestra cultura y nuestro idioma es cercano a la cultura y el idioma italiano, mucho más que los de otros países. Entonces, el asimilar todos estos cambios creo que no nos cuesta tanto trabajo a nosotros como latinos. Entonces, nada más para cerrar, voy a regresar a inglés para todos los que a lo mejor no están oyendo. Entonces, so yeah, as I was saying, it's a really good experience. At the end of the day, you also need to be mindful that there are going to be challenges. Italian bureaucracy is a challenge. Living so far away from home is a challenge. But the reward at the end of the day of all of these that you are going to live is extremely fulfilling. The amount of knowledge that you are going to get in the school, the amazing places that you are going to get to visit, the people that you are going to know, because there's also amazing people that you are going to get to know. All of those combine and create what has been, at least for me, the best experience of my life. Let's hope to see you around here in Milan one of these days. Ciao a tutti.
Muchas gracias. Grazie, Carla. So he convinced me, actually. It's very good motivation.
Yes, it is. It was awesome to hear someone that has already gone through the process to share with us his experience. Now, Francesca, I do see here some questions. So the first question that I see is from Nicolas. And he's asking, if you're accepted for the 2023 intake, can they save your place for 2024? Or do you have to wait until the 2024 intake is out in order to apply?
So normally you cannot switch from one academic year to another one. But you can ask to be deferred to the second semester. For example, if you apply and if you are admitted to the first semester 2023, but you cannot come in September, you can ask to be deferred to the second semester starting in February 2024. So from the first semester to the second, it is possible. Consider that for design, it's slightly different because they have really few places. But for engineering, of course, it's possible. And also architecture has less place. But you cannot be admitted on 1 year and be transferred to the following year. You can, of course, apply again for the next academic year.
Awesome.
It was clear.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much. Nicolas is also asking about the fees. So are the fees paid like in a single payment yearly, or can you make small payments? How does that work?
Installments. Yeah, that's a good question. Usually you pay around 900 euros upon enrollment. So let's say if you apply for the first semester, the enrollment is open between mid of July and the beginning of September. During the enrollment, you need to pay around 900 euros, and the rest should be paid after 6 months. So you pay the rest in the second semester.
Okay, perfect. Here I have another question. This one is from Agustin. He says, I'm from Argentina, but I have Italian nationality as well. can I have the fees for European students?
Yes, so in that case, you once you apply, you will have to insert as your first nationality the Italian one, the European nationality. And you will, if you are admitted, you will be you will benefit from the European student tuition fees. So you will pay between 900 euros up to 3,900 euros, considering your family income. We will require you to provide some financial documents in order to calculate. There are 10 income brackets, and according to where you are located, you'll pay the amount of fees.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Here, Octavio, he's interested in the Bachelor of Architectural Design. So he's asking if we can give him the contact information for that program.
For the program, for the bachelor program, you need to visit the section of our website. You need to turn our website into English. I can share a screen to show you maybe where to reach it. Compartir. Okay. So let's go on the website, on Politecnico di Milano website.
I think we lost Francesca for a minute. So la perdimos por un minutito. Vamos a esperar a que se pueda volver a conectar. Como sabemos, la tecnología a veces es un tema, pero vamos a dar aquí unos minutitos para que Francesca pueda regresar con nosotros. Mientras tanto, sigan mandando sus preguntas. Todavía tenemos alrededor de 15 minutitos para contestarlas. Y de cualquier manera, si se nos acaba el tiempo antes de contestar sus preguntas, Francesca se va a poner en contacto con todos ustedes después del webinar, entonces no hay ningún problema. También les quería comentar que estamos grabando esta sesión y que el día de mañana la compartiremos en el canal de YouTube de The Student World para que la puedan volver a ver si es que quieren volver a checar la información o si la quieren compartir. Y tenemos a Francesca de regreso. Francesca, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's okay, no worries.
Now I think I can remember how to do it. So you can have a look at where to find all the information. Compartimos. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So now we are in the main page of our website. To turn language into English, then you need to click on Info for International Prospective Students. And in the section, basically, you have all the prospective students for bachelor, for postgraduate programs, so Master of Science programs, and for doctoral programs. If you want to know more about the application to the Bachelor in Architecture, the first part, Undergraduate Studies, you have information about the requirements, who can apply, the test details, and the procedure for non-EU or EU citizens. The difference between the Master of Science and the an entrance test. So here you find all the information. If you want to contact the office in charge, you just need to go to the previous page, scroll down, and you will have the contact area. So from the contact area, you can undergraduate studies, you can the International Students Office. So this is everything you need to know about where to find information regarding the programs, the bachelor programs.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Francesca, for guiding us through that. I already
Carla.
shared the link for the website here in the chat, so you can, guys, copy and paste or just click on that and it
Thank
will
you.
open it different. No problem. Following the previous question from Agustin about the double nationality, he is asking if he still lives in Argentina, can he send the incomes from his family from Argentina?
Yes, sure. We consider all the countries, so yes.
Perfect. Montserrat here is asking if she wants to apply for an Italian thought program. What is the Italian level required for this?
Yes, if you want to apply for an Italian thought program, I mean Master of Science program, you need to have a B1 level of Italian. But please consider that the majority of our Master of Science programs are held in English. So there may not be the program you are interested taught in Italian. There are really few programs in Italian at Master of Science level.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Here someone is asking if you have anything related to aeronautical engineering.
Yes, we have aeronautical
Awesome.
engineering and we also have space engineering. Both of them are taught in English and last 2 years. And within each program, actually, this is valid for all the Master of Science programs. Within each program, you can select in which field you wish to specialize. For example, in aeronautical engineering, there's a field in rotary wings aircrafts. So within the program, you will specialize, you will focus on a specific field.
Awesome. That is great. So, Nicolas, yes, that's the answer. So, you can check the website to know more about the program that you're interested in. Liliana here is asking if work experience on the field is required.
It is not required. I know that many universities in Europe and worldwide do require some experience in order to apply for a master program. At Politecnico, this is not required. Of course, if you have some working experience in the same field, that will be a plus in your application. But we also accept students without any job experience before applying. So it is the most important thing is that you have a bachelor degree in the same field or in a close field of studies.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Francesca. Here is another question. Can you combine the scholarships, the merit base and the external scholarships?
They cannot be combined, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Here is another question. Do you have any internship program inside the masters?
Yes, basically, the large majority of master have an internship period. So usually, in the last semester, you have to do an internship. And as I was showing you before, the career service is the office where you can refer in order to be helped in order to find the right internship for you.
Perfect. Liliana here is asking, I checked, for example, sustainable architecture is not in Milan, but in Piacenza. Are the requirements the same? What would be the differences? Thank you.
I like this question. Yeah. So the requirements are the same for all the programs. The program, as you checked, right, is held in Piacenza, but you absolutely need to meet the same requirements. So a Bachelor of Science in the architecture field, English language certificate, and as you are an architect, very important, a portfolio.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Here, Montserrat is asking something about bachelor's program. Is it possible to take the first year in English and the following years in Italian?
So we have only 2 bachelor programs held available in English.
Okay.
One is architectural design and the other one is civil engineering. All the other bachelors at Politecnico di Milano are taught in Italian language only. So if you select one of these 2 programs, of course, you can decide to do the first year in English and the remaining 2 years in Italian. If you decide to apply to other programs, for example, in design or in other fields of engineering, the only language taught is Italian. So there will not be any possibility to study in English.
Thank you very much. Maria Fernanda is asking, is it possible to work and study? And if so, does it interfere with the scholarship?
No, it does not interfere. So you of course, you can work while you study. Consider that with a student visa, you have a maximum of 20 hours per week. So you cannot work for more than 20 hours per week. And consider also that Politecnico is a really demanding university. So first, the suggestion is to first get acquainted with the university, with the lectures, exams period, amount of workload and amount of study. And then, of course, you can work.
Awesome. Thank you very much. About the post-study work visa, how does that work?
The study visa, I'm sorry, I didn't get.
The post-study, the work visa that you get when you graduate.
Okay, so you have basically 1 year in order to find a job. So after your graduation, your visa is extended for 1 year, in which you will have to look for a job, and then once you find a job, you will apply with the company that offers you the job.
Awesome. Okay, so we are heading to the end of the webinar, but I have another question here. Who is a perfect candidate for Politecnico di Milano?
Well, this is a very tough question for me.
Yes, it is.
You end with a tough question. Well, basically, you need to have a solid background. So you need to have well performed during your bachelor studies with high grades, especially in the most important exams for your field of studies. And if you apply for architecture or design, it's important, as we have already seen, to have a very good portfolio containing not too many works, but selected works explained, so containing also the reasoning process behind your works. And if you want to enrich and have even more chances to be admitted to Politecnico di Milano, you can also add the not mandatory documents, such as the motivation letter, the recommendation letter. So these are documents, you will find a distinction on the website. These are documents that increase the chances of admission. So basically,
Awesome.
your previous studies are really important.
Perfect. Thank you, Francesca. And I do have here two questions, but I think they are quick, so we can address them.
Yes, sure.
The first one is from Liliana. How long does the acceptance process take?
Well, this depends on the course and on the number of applications we receive each year. So it's very difficult to tell you precisely. Usually it may take between 2 months and 4 months. This is the average period, but it really depends on how many applications we receive and how popular is the course among the students and on the professor.
Perfect. And the last question is, in order to apply for the masters, do you need to have the bachelor's at that moment of applying, or can you apply in advance?
That's another good question. You don't need to have your diploma upon application. So you may be on the last year of your studies. For example, if you plan to graduate in July 2023, you can apply even right now. Instead of the diploma, that is one of the required documents, you will have to ask your university a statement saying that you are attending the last years of your bachelor studies. That will be enough for the application. Of course, when you apply for the visa, that is in 2023, and then when you enroll to Politecnico, you will have to bring and to show your diploma, your bachelor diploma.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much for answering all the questions from the students. Guys, if you come up
Thank
with
you.
um, more questions during the next few days, because that happens, please contact Politecnico di Milano, and I'm super sure that they will be super happy to help you with all your process. I will make this bigger again so you can take a screenshot or you can scan the QR codes. And thank you so much, Francesca, for being here with us and for sharing all
Thank
these
you.
amazing opportunities.
Thank you, Carla, and I thank all the students. And I also thank for the questions because they really help to focus on specific topics that maybe during the presentation are less covered. And I want to just highlight another thing because I think it's really useful. Please visit this page, Ask a Student, by scanning the code, or you will see it in the section dedicated to international prospective students, because this project is really interesting. If I was a student, I would have booked an appointment. These are all students in all the Master of Science of Politecnico di Milano available for a talk, for a chat, where you can ask about the study and the student life at Politecnico di Milano. So why not a person who is already here, international students like you, and their personal experience, not influenced like we may be as a staff. Okay. So, well, thank you
Awesome.
again. Thank you again. Our dogs are
Yeah, mine is
communicating
the same.
on continents.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
They are bye. They are saying goodbye as well.
Yes. Thank you very much
Okay,
again.
guys. Thank you,
Ciao.
Francesca. Thank you, everyone.
Ciao.
Muchísimas gracias
Muchas
a todos.
gracias.
Gracias por estar con nosotros y nos vemos en la próxima. Chao.
Ciao. Hasta pronto.